Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we are going to be talking about one of my most anticipated series for this upcoming Stanley Cup playoffs, and that is, of course, the Colorado Avalanche versus the Dallas Stars, a rematch from last year, and I am super excited because this is going to be a close-as-hell series with some crazy stories going on, but maybe not the most perfect timing for one team either. So let's talk all about it. But first, you should subscribe because it'll make me happy, and you in return will get all the best NHL content for you, so you know everything better than your friends, and you can show and tell everything that you know better than them, because I'll tell you everything you need to know. Anyways, let's talk about this series. So first up, it is the Avalanche in the third spot of the Central Division, coming in with the away ice disadvantage, I guess, and against the Dallas Stars finishing second in the Central Division, and they will have home ice advantage through this series. Now, during the regular season, though, the season series is 2-1 in favor of the Avalanche, and actually, the first win came in November when the Avalanche were having tons of struggles this year, but the two wins by Colorado, they've been close games, but the two wins from Colorado have been within the last, I think one was in February and one was in March, so they're more recent. But, you know, regular season doesn't always tell everything. I mean, it doesn't tell nearly anything, really. But it is kind of interesting to see that. But looking into this series going into it, right? On paper, you got the Avalanche, who finished 4th in goals for this year and 9th in the power play. A team that is supercharged with some amazing talents. Of course, they moved some guys around like Mikko Rantanen, who's now on the Stars. But between Mikko Rantanen, Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, Nichushkin, Sam Girard, I could include there too. Like, they've got some amazing offensive pieces. Now, of course, they moved on from Mikko Rantanen. Now they got Martin Necas. So still a supercharged offense that can make tons of passes, make tons of plays, and just make any defense look like an idiot, especially when you got Nathan MacKinnon on the ice who can do whatever he wants. Because I know the NHLPA polls just came out, but I still personally think Nathan MacKinnon is the hottest player in the world at the current moment. But not one star makes a whole team win a series. And on the other side, you do have the Dallas Stars, who have the acquired Mikko Rantanen, who has not looked so stellar with the Dallas Stars or the Hurricanes, and makes you wonder if he's really a star or he was just really good with the Avalanche because of Nathan MacKinnon, but that's a debate for another day. But the Dallas Stars going into this on paper with 3rd in goals for, 6th in goals against, and 5th on the penalty kill. So this is a team that can shut down guys and score tons of goals. And it's not a surprise. The Dallas Stars offense is definite. I don't think it's a crazy thing to say. They are the best depth team going into the playoffs. I don't think any team can outbeat them. Star power, of course, you got Toronto, you even got the Avalanche, you got, of course, the Edmonton Oilers. But when it comes to depth, like just the third line has Wyatt Johnston. Wyatt Johnston's a 30-goal scorer and will be in 2 years the best two-way forward in the NHL. The guy is an actual stud. And that is the third line with Mikko Rantanen. Like, this team is stacked to the brim when it comes to offense, right? But that is not their problem. The biggest problem for the Dallas Stars is their defense, their ballistic missile, their main defensive weaponry, their SAMs, their anti-air, whatever you want to call it, their defenseman Miro Heiskanen. Maybe the best shutdown defenseman, maybe the best defensive guy in the NHL, or depending however you want to word it. Miro Heiskanen's an irreplaceable person. He will be out for the entirety of the first round. Who knows how far in the playoffs? And that is a giant hole for the Dallas Stars. Finland couldn't survive without him. Can Dallas? I don't know. It is a huge question mark because this guy, Miro Heiskanen, and I'm sure you know all about him if you're watching this video, but last year in the playoffs, he basically amounted to 30 minutes on average through the 3 rounds that they played. 30 minutes. Well, it was really like 28 and 11 seconds, but let's just say 30 minutes, right? This is the guy they put out for half an entire game. Half a game. 10 minutes a period, half a period. He's out there every other shift. And not just that. He's out there to play against the guys on the other team, right? They don't put him out there to play 30 minutes against the 4th and 3rd liners. Miro Heiskanen is playing against McDavid, McKinnon, Draisaitl, Crosby, whoever else you want to put on that, Matthews, whoever you want to put on that list, that is who he's playing against. He's not playing easy minutes, okay? Miro Heiskanen is the shutdown defenseman. He is the guy to neutralize any other top lines on any other team. And they are missing him against Nathan MacKinnon and potentially Gabriel Landeskog, but that we'll get back in a second. I don't know how that's going to turn out for them, right? Because the offense of the Dallas Stars, I think, blows out of the water the Avalanche's. But the Avalanche's offense against the Dallas Stars defense currently, which is Matthew Dumba, Petrovic, you got Lyubushkin out there, and Liam Bichsel. Now, of course, Thomas Harley and Lindell are being held out right now for injury and safety reasons. But once they get pumped in, you will have Lindell and Thomas Harley on the ice, right? I don't know what to think about that. Thomas Harley, of course, has always been in the shadow of Miro Heiskanen, so it's a question mark of how useful he'll be. And then Lindell, same thing. He's the secondary guy to Heiskanen when it comes to being left-handed defenseman, so they don't play on the same line. And in Heiskanen's absence, Lindell has been fine, but he isn't Lindell. He's not Heiskanen, right? He's not a number one defenseman for a team. I don't know how the Stars are affected from this, right? Because this is a giant hole. So the question to me is, can the amazing two-way offense, which they do have amazing two-way offense of a team. You don't become sixth in goals against with one amazing defenseman when you've got, you get whatever, without a great offensive defense, right? Or flip those words around. I'm sounding like an idiot. But between Wyatt Johnston and you got Hintz out there too. I would say a lot of the Dallas Stars' whole systems, their offense does bring a lot of good defense. They play a great two-way game. And can that, plus Harley and Lindell, plus Jake Ottinger, overcome the day of a healthy, even more healthy than we thought Avalanche can be? I don't know. Because the Avalanche, they have a lot going for them too. Cale Makar, right? Who is silently just always amazing. I know not silently, that's not the right word, but everyone talks about Quinn Hughes all the time for some reason now. Cale Makar is the greatest defenseman in the world. You got Cale Makar on the back end, who's perfectly healthy. Devon Toews, one of the best shutdown guys in the NHL. Then you got a second line of Manson and Girard. Their defense is fine. They're bringing in Gabriel Landeskog, most likely in the first round of the playoffs, just to, even if he's on the third line, is like a huge spark, and you don't know, is a huge wild card. You don't know how he's going to turn out. And then you get Brock Nelson, who's a little bit of a question mark to me of how effective he is, but he's definitely a solid second-line centerman. You got MacKinnon, you've got Nichushkin, you got Lehkonen, you got Natchez. This team has all the pieces together, including Mackenzie Blackwood, to give a giant playoff push, okay? So if everything was equal, I think Dallas wins this one outright. I don't think the Avalanche have a chance against a fully healthy Dallas Stars team. But because we're going into this one with so many question marks, I really wonder what wins the day. Can a Dallas without Miro Heiskanen beat a Colorado Avalanche that doesn't have the greatest depth, doesn't have the greatest shutdown defense, but is a huge competent team? I don't know. So, I think for me, currently, in this current moment, my eyes, the way I see this series going is that it's going to go 7 games. I think no matter what, it goes 7 games, and I think the winner at the end of this series is going to have to be I think it's going to be the Dallas Stars. I think Dallas wins this one in 7 in home ice. I think this is going to be a giant series that makes the Avalanche go into a interesting little offseason where I don't know what happens. But I think the defense of Colorado was shown to be pretty weak last year, between Girard and Manson not being the greatest. And then you get the third line, which I kind of forget who's on the third pairing for Colorado at this point. But with the offensive superiority of the Dallas Stars, being able to, because all they really need to worry about is that first line with Natchez and MacKinnon. If they can shut down that line, Drouin, Nichushkin, and Nelson, you can't promise how long Nichushkin's going to stay on the ice or in this series. You never know when he's going to get kicked out of the league. So, and I know that's ridiculous, but I just don't think they have the power to overcome what Jake Ottinger can do and put under a spotlight. I think this is the year where he breaks out again. I think he's had 2 years off, and now this year he comes back with a vengeance. I think it is the stars have aligned offensively for them, where they have the best depth, and I just don't think Colorado can contain them enough. And the Avs will be punished. Now, next year, I think they might be able to bring things back together. But I think this is one more setback year for the Avalanche. And for me, this is Dallas winning this series narrowly. Like, just barely narrowly. But I think between Harley, Lindell, Lyubushkin, I like Ilya Lyubushkin, but between them three and then Dumba, who is pretty much a plug on the ice, but I know I'm forgetting of one freaking player. But between Wyatt Johnston being a stud in the playoffs, being a great two-way centerman as well, I think they can slow down the few pieces that the Avalanche have that you really need to stop, enable for them to win. And that is what my decision in predictions based on. So to me, it is Dallas in 7, and that is what I gotta say. So thank you for watching this. You made it all the way through. Please subscribe. And until next time, too sweet. Have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.